Hi, I'm Rabbi Austin Zoot, and welcome back to the channel. This week, all across the world, Jews are getting ready to celebrate Pesach, our holiday Passover, which commemorates our exodus from Egypt, our liberation from bondage, and our ability to go out and become our own nation. And it is an exciting time because Passover is one of our best holidays for coming up with our own family rituals. While most holidays are celebrated at the synagogue, Passover is actually a very much homebound holiday. We are asked and commanded to have seders in our own homes, creating our own environments and making sure every member of the community has somewhere to go. But we're not commanded, hey, go to our house, our being the temple, but rather, let's bring Judaism into your house. Let's make it tactile. Let's make it fun and engaging. Let's make it meaningful. Let's make it hands-on. Passover is a holiday that understands that in order for us to get the most value, it has to feel personal, it has to feel intimate, and it has to feel organic and natural to us. Which is why, when you look at community studies of Jews across many different forms of sociology, we see that Passover is one of the holidays that is most celebrated by Jews across the observation spectrum. You have Jews who are incredibly dedicated to an Orthodox lifestyle who participate in a Seder. You also have Jews that often don't participate in other forms of structured Judaism, but choose to engage in a Seder for whatever reason. It is one of the most unifying moments in our Jewish calendar. And so, we are about to enter a really exciting phase in which you can feel Judaism almost cultivated in the air. You can feel that there's this spirit of excitement about getting together as Jewish people and doing Jewish stuff. Now, that's a lot of pressure to put on a holiday. A holiday's got to be pretty special, pretty meaningful, and pretty significant if it's the one chance we have to engage the most possible Jews. And so, it makes me pretty happy to think about the fact that Passover is actually the holiday that might encapsulate our Jewish values most beautifully, especially for today. When we look at the celebration of Passover, we look at a time when we're commanded to celebrate what it means to be free. We're supposed to reflect on how amazingly lucky we are that we get to engage in this life, that we get to celebrate our freedom, that we get to look around and see just how amazing it is that we're Jews and that we get to live this life. That's a really beautiful call to thoughtfulness, to spiritual uplift, to being present in our own blessings. But we're also reminded of a couple of things. First of all, we're reminded that not every moment in history has been equally lovely. We encounter all kinds of tragedies, traumas, and challenges, and that's normal. That's part of the process. And even while the world continues to throw curveballs at us, the Jewish people, we still find ways to celebrate. We still find ways to make meaning of our experience here on earth. That's holding a lot of feelings at once. But it goes even bigger than that. Because as part of our Passover observance, we're also told that our joy and our celebration for how good we have it is incomplete. It's not possible, you see, for us to truly enjoy the beauty of freedom and liberation while anyone else is suffering. It's not possible for us to have full joy for our freedom while we see oppressed people in any corner of the earth. We have a ritual that as we're drinking these 4 cups of wine, these 4 symbolic acts of sweetness and joy, we take a little bit of that wine and we pour it out for the Egyptians who were killed as a result of our exodus to freedom, and also as we reflect on all of those places and corners of the world in which we see that freedom isn't a reality quite yet. We are called not only to be grateful for what we have, but also to spread that gratitude to others, to make sure that others know what that freedom looks like. Now, we've been celebrating Passover about as long as there's been a Judaism. And throughout much of Jewish history, there has been this constant roller coaster of struggle and prosperity, beauty and challenge, excellent and not so excellent. And as we look around, we're also in a period of time in our global history where we're making a lot of advancements. The world is getting better step by step. And at the same time, there's also an awful lot of pain, an awful lot of struggle, an awful lot of trauma. And so, Passover is an invitation for us. It calls us to say, be grateful in the moment you're in, because you get one life, and this one life comes with liberation and freedom, beauty and blessing. But we're also called not to get so obsessed with our own blessing that we don't see what's going on beyond us. We're called to look around and say, how can I give a little bit of my blessing to others? How can I cause freedom as a verb for others? How can I ensure that I am part of the steps toward making a more perfect world, not just hanging out in my corner, celebrating what I have, and letting everybody else fend for themselves? Passover might be the perfect encapsulation for how we hold multiple ideas and multiple feelings at once, which is something we desperately need in our world today. We are asked during this time to be thoughtful about the food we eat, thoughtful about the people we welcome into our homes, thoughtful about the rituals and the symbols and the construction of beauty that we have arrayed at our tables. And it allows us to think about, what does it mean to bring that intentionality to other phases of our life? And what does it mean to both look inside and find that which is beautiful, and look outside and find that which needs a little more beauty? I want to hear, what are some of your favorite Passover rituals? What are some of your favorite ways to celebrate the holiday and make this holiday special for yourself and others? Because one of the coolest parts about Passover is that each individual family and community has their own ways of making this holiday meaningful. So share with me in the comments, what makes your Passover celebration so perfect and so spiritually you? Thank you so much. Chag Sameach, happy Passover, and we'll see you next week.